Hi. Today I thought we'd make some Irish soda bread. This is now, both my parents were from Ireland, and my dad is also from Scotland. And I think my mom had some people from Scotland too. So it's definitely an Irish-Scottish soda bread. So we're putting 2 cups of flour. It's already in this bowl, and I'm putting 2 more cups, so 4 cups of flour. And so my mom and dad, of course, they're both from the same country area, but they were so different than the other. My dad was a Republican, my mother was a Democrat, and they decided, and my dad was Protestant, my mom was Catholic. And of course, he agreed for us kids to be raised Catholic when they got married. And he wasn't that interested in church at the time anyway. So we heard about, back then, the Irish and the Protestants and the Catholics used to fight with each other quite a bit. But they loved each other and they got married, and I'm going to stir this up a little bit. That is just 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So it's just four ingredients: 4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then in a little bit here, we're going to add the buttermilk. And it needs to be buttermilk. And I know there are ways, if you can't find buttermilk, where you can use some regular milk and turn it over to buttermilk. You have to look that up. I don't know for sure what I did. But my parents got along really good in the beginning. And they decided they weren't going to argue politics. Neither one of them changed at all. And so on election day, they would go to the polls together. Very nicely, they would go, and they'd come home, and they wouldn't be speaking to each other. They would, one of them go this way, and the other would go the other way, and they're not talking. And I heard my dad grumbling. He said, "I don't know why we even bothered to go vote. We just race each other's vote." So anyway, but they wouldn't argue about it in front of us. They tried not to argue about it at all. But I walked in the kitchen one time and I heard my dad saying something about, "See, this buttermilk is real thick and creamy, and that's exactly what we need in this soda bread." So you do 1 cup and 3/4 a cup. So you see this creamy butter? I don't know if you can see that in there, but it's nice and creamy. We'll just try to get that. I don't think I'd want to drink it though. Get that poured in here. And you can use a whisk. I like to just use a big spoon, get it all up together. But I heard my dad say, "A chicken in every pot." And I walked in the kitchen, they were like, "Oh, hey, good morning." And they would not argue in front of us, which I do appreciate that. So I think I've got it mixed up as best I can do. So I'm going to pour it over here into this cutting board and knead it and try to get it going there so we can get it into the oven. But my mother's family from Ireland, and my dad's family was a lot from Scotland. But the McGinty's and McQuaid's come over from Ireland during the potato famine in Ireland. That's where a lot of people came. I washed my hands before we started. And that's where a lot of people came over at that time from that. And it's a little bit of sticky dough. But my mom's great-grandfather, I think been my great-grandfather, after he had been here about 20 years, he had taken his team of oxen into town and went in to get supplies. And on the way back, a thunderstorm came up, and he was struck by lightning. And that's how he died. And he was still fairly young man who left his wife widowed, and she still had some children to raise and farm to raise. And those women back then, I tell you, they were tough. They were strong. And so my daughter actually has done, she's the historian of the family. And she's, we need to know when somebody was born or something died, or we just call her up and we say, when did our great-great-great-grandfather, when was he born? And she'll say, oh, it was July 15th, 17.
I usually look it up.
Well, you answer us pretty quickly.
Yeah, but some of it I remember, like your great grandmother. I know for some reason some dates just stick with my head. Like she was born March 25th, 1885. How I always remember that, I don't know.
I don't know either. I
But,
can't remember when mine
Other
was
ones I
born.
can just look up real quick because I have the family tree online. Yeah.
Oh,
So anyway,
yeah.
okay. That's
That's okay. Well, that's a loud ice maker. I'm hoping they're going to have some bread left here. It's going to stick to the. I put some oil down on here, but it's still sticking. Why don't you pause it? So my mother's family. So another one was it was the Margaret Draney. She was my mother's great grandma, and they came from Canada. They had 5 boys and 1 girl, and they stopped in Iowa. And the husband wanted to go on to Kansas. That's where he wanted to go, and so. But while they were in Kansas, he died all of a sudden. And he what, hon?
while they were in Iowa.
While they were in Iowa. I mean, that's when he died. So the mother went ahead with another family, and after the funeral and everything, and I'm sure it was such a sad time, but they got back in their covered wagon, another family, and they went to Kansas. Well, this is a story that her son had wrote about what actually happened. And they said that she was a very wise woman. She was very astute and just knowing what to do. And she was a lot wiser than a lot of the men, or they even around there. And she ran her own farm, but she had to go back to Canada to get some money. She had bank drafts up in Canada, so she went back up there and she sewed the bank drafts, or she got the money and sewed it into the hem of her skirt. And then she rode the train back to Kansas. And where she ran the farm, they had a very successful farm, her and the kids. And one Christmas, another lady in the community had lost her entire family. And I don't know what happened, if it was fever or something that was going on back then, that she was the only one. And she got together several of the ladies in the community, and they went out to her house, and they just wanted to bless her, and they got things that she needs for them, and then they brought them to their house where they were having a big Christmas party. And from that day on, they included her in everything that they did, and they would drop by and see her and just help her out. And so it was really great. Now, this dough looks like it is done. So I think I'm ready, time to get this on some parchment paper. What do you think, Barbara? Does that look good? Don't forget to put a little bit of flour down on your cutting board before you start kneading it. Supposed to put an X in the middle of it.
So we're talking about Margaret Draney while we make Irish soda bread.
Yeah.
Because she was born in Dublin, Ireland.
Yes.
In 1814.
Amen. Let's get this bread rolled out.
Here's your pan.
It's going to start sticking. Okay, thank you, dear. I'm going to let you have this.
Okay.
It's nice to have a daughter like helped you out. And
Happy to help.
so I think we'll just put this in the oven on some parchment paper. We had a little bit of parchment paper we could have
Yeah,
done.
we don't have much, but we need to get more. That's the last of it.
Yeah,
Are we supposed to put an X or something in?
yeah. And how do we do that? Because I have
You want a
not,
knife?
yeah, I have not actually made this before. And this is my daughter's idea. I thought, oh, that's soda bread sounds good. Especially 4 ingredients sounds real good to me. Thank you.
Okay.
And my mom's family was pretty neat. Her mother was, she had 10 kids. And my mom was like the 8th child born to them. I told you before how her dad really loved kids, and they lived on a farm, and then they moved into town. And I don't know if they still had some of the farm from Margaret's farm, or all the details in that. I'm not sure. But I think that's ready, I think, to put in the oven, and hopefully it'll turn out. We'll let you know. Let's see how this turned out. It looks pretty good. Let's cut this up and see if we've got a winner or not. Ooh, hot, steamy hot. Oh boy, look at that steam come up out of there.
A knife for the butter?
Yes, that'd be great, thank you. It's the butter. This is
A little closer.
Is that, it's pretty hot.
I softened the butter and it went a little too.
Yeah, my daughter burnt her hands on softening the butter up. Well, I thought I'd put some butter on this, and we'll taste this and see how it is.
Is it
Turned out
good?
good, yeah. Just 4 ingredients, you make bread. I used to have a bread maker and make all kinds of stuff in it, and would take for hours.
Can I try a little piece?
This is just a soda bread, pretty plain, but it's good. So you might want to go ahead and try this at home. You said to put the oven at 425, but I think that's too hot because it's got pretty brown too quick. So she turned it down to 350, and it's good and done now. So I would say maybe 375, not more than 400. And it just takes 20 to 30 minutes. This actually was 20 minutes. It's good and done.
That is good.
It is good. And just keep it a little bit low and let it heat up good. It's good
Oh, I
bread.
wish we had some honey. Some honey would be perfect with this.
Oh yeah, I got some honey.
All right. I'll go get
Okay.
it after we.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Want to say goodbye?
See you later. Bye-bye.